Hey party people, it's IAB with a battle here against Souske. This one a really good battle. I'm re-narrating this one because the quality of the other one sucked. So anyway, I start with Yon Mega, I protect up, predicting the rock attack. Armald was like, ugh, rock in your face, and I'm like, no way. So I switch out knowing I can't stay in. In comes Reggie Steel, and he takes the rock slide like the Juggernaut because he's a freaking monster. And I just EV trained and caught this one. I'm really happy with the way it turned out. The IVs were stupendous. I love it. Anyway, I lay some rocks down, knowing I really can't do much against it, and he knocks off my lefties. So now I understand why it wasn't banded like I thought it was. I send in Militic to scare it off, then he sends in Hitmontop, and I'm like, okay, I need to switch out to block the incoming rapid spin. Especially seeing that Intimidate immediately lets me know it's not a Technotop with Life Orb, so no worries. I switch out, predicting the rapid spin to uh-oh, it's magic and more. And I take the rapid spin like a beast, I scare it off, and I figure, hey, free sub, let's try some calm minding. And in comes Quagsire, and I haven't seen this thing since Gold and Silver. Like, seriously. Cute little bastard, though. Anyway, I sub up. I'm not sure what it wants to do. So, yeah. I call Mind here, thinking there's nothing he can do. Surf, Ice Beam, whatever. Then he waterfalls, and I'm like, crap. My 65 base defense does not appreciate that. Breaks the sub, and I'm like, okay, well, maybe he'll switch out after this. I play kind of stupid here. I keep subbing up, and after this, I totally should have made another sub, but I'm like, he's just gonna keep waterfalling. He seems really adamant about trying to kill Miss Magius. So whatever. Breaks my sub again. I'm gonna get some lefties recovery, and then I shadow ball here. So I want to see how much it's gonna do. I was really, really, really skeptical on its special defense and its EVs. And looking at it, it did over half. I'm like, cool. And he yawns at me, and I was like, crap, if I had subbed up and blocked that yawn, I could have two-hit KO'd or at least kept Miss Magius in to do some sweeping. So that was a mistake on my part, because usually when they carry on, they carry protect, just as we saw. I shadow ball, and I go to sleep. Now, I'm not a big fan of sleep, so I'm going to leave Miss Magius asleep. And I can't stay in against Quagsire, especially with mediocre defense from Miss Magius. So I switch into Militic, and he sends back in Armaldo, who takes some. He switches in a lot, and he I don't know if he cares about Stealth Rock or not, but Stealth Rock does some serious damage to this team. So anyway, he switches in, expecting the Surf on Armaldo, and he brilliantly played. Gets the water absorb. So then I Hidden Power Grass. Now, I'm not sure how much it's going to do. I know Politoed has decent special defense. I think he has a base 100. But I get a crit. But I was wondering if the Expert Belt and the Modest Nature and the maximum special attack would have had anything to do with the damage roll. But we'll see. I'll do the calcs later. So he's going to switch out knowing he can't take another Hidden Power Grass. I'm not going to overpredict here like I did with the Politoed. Like I didn't do with the Politoed earlier. Yeah, Hidden Power. It's neutral since it's bug type, but it's going to do a decent amount of damage. And he won't be able to stay in here. And he's going to try playing that same trick on me, I bet you. So instead of, again, trying not to overpredict and surfing, I'm going to Hidden Power Grass with a prediction. And Stealth Rock's going to ensure, regardless of the crit earlier, it's going to ensure a KO. And this is the first KO of the match. Like, there's a lot of switching going on, a lot of mind games, and yeah, this is a good battle so far. Poison's taking its toll on Militic. I really just don't care about toxic or status. Sometimes I'm really offensive based, and that's sometimes my downfall. So he switches in Hitmontop trying to get another rapid spin in, but I'm like, eh. And I block the rapid spin. And if I don't wake up here, I'm trying to sub up. I'm not sure what Hitmontop's going to do. The only move I know he has that hits me is Payback and Bullet Punch, but it's a support set. Then he switches in freaking Honchkrow, who's unpredictable as hell. I'm still asleep, and I noticed since I went first, I'm faster, and I actually get lucky and get a sub up, trying to see what it's going to do. And he Dark Pulses, which is very interesting, because usually I see physical sets. So this lets me believe either it's a spec set, which is really rare, with HP Fire and all that, or it's a mix set with Life Orb, which I saw uh, earlier in one of my other battles. So he switches out. I don't know why, It gives me a free sub here. And yeah, I'm expecting a waterfall. So, seeing how much my Shadow Ball did earlier, I wanted to hit it, and he switches out. And he goes to Armaldo, who takes 25%. And I think it was just a Death Fodder switch. It may have just been a bad switch, expecting a Calm Mind, thinking he can knock off something through my sub. I don't know. So I get another KO, I take out Armaldo, and it's comfortably in my favor at the moment. Then he switches in freaking Spiritomb, and I'm like, crap, this is going to be annoying. I'm expecting a Sucker Punch or something. I'm faster. I hit it with a Shadow Ball. It does a lot of damage for a Spiritomb anyway. So it's not. I'm thinking maybe it was a physical based one, but then he Calm Mind. So now I know it's a Calm Minder, and he has no real investment. And I really don't have a lot that's going to want to switch in and hit a Spiritomb. Granted, most of my things would have outsped it, but I'm all about long-lasting battles. Maybe that's stupid, but whatever. I'm an Alaskan. I have a right to be stupid. Have you seen my governor? So anyway, I'm shadow balling, noticing it's still doing a lot of damage. I must be getting like the lucky roll on the damage. So I know I don't want to switch anything in. I could switch in Registeel and he could laugh at this thing all day. Granted, hidden power fighting plus with the calm minds is gonna hurt. So we rest up and I'm chatting with him and I'm like, okay, rest is coming. He's like, how'd you know? And I'm like, I just know. And then we were arguing about the berry. I was like, I bet you it's Chesto. And he's like, you're wrong. I'm like, uh-huh. And then when he rests, I'm like, oh, Chesto berry. And he's like, you bastard. I'm like, in your face. And he's like, you're going to get swept. I'm like, no way. So anyway, he rests. He's at full health. I got a special defense drop here, which is crucial because I'm not sure how much Arcanine's Flare Blitz is going to do after I switch him in, which is going to come up. I love spoiling it for you guys. I love it. Anyway, yeah. He Dark Pulses. Miss Magius did its job, blocking Rapid Spin like a freaking monster all game. Name's very fitting because I'm like, uh-oh, he knocked me out. So, yeah. I send in Arcanine. I'm like, okay, Flare Blitz, no defense EVs. He's Calm Minder. I'm going to take him out, which is exactly what Arcanine does. Very underrated physical attacker, people. Granted, yeah, and under you it shines, but I mean, I had to use this thing at OU any given Sunday, and Sunday's coming up, so yeah. So he switches in Hitmontop, and I'm thinking, hey, I'm gonna get an Arcanine sweep, and I completely forget about Intimidate. And I'm stupid, and I stay in Flare Blitz, and now I realize why it never attacked Miss Magius with anything, because it had nothing to attack it with. Because, yeah, Levitate. So I get quaked in the face, and the recoil damage, I'm thinking I would have lived, possibly, but I'm not worried about it. I'll just take the Quake. I'm comfortably ahead. I know all of his team, so it's like, whatever. I know what I need to do here, and thankfully he never set up Stealth Rock, or this would have been a lot harder. I switch in Yanmega. I'm going to outspeed and KO with Air Slash, and it's pretty much clear cut what's going to happen here. He's going to send in. I get my speed boost. He's going to send in Sire Quag. Takes himself rock damage. I'm going to Bug Buzz it. I got wise glasses on this thing. Modest nature. Yeah, you're done. 65 special defense. Now that I checked and I feel redonkulously stupid. Yes, redonkulously stupid. He sends in Honchkrow, and I'm thinking, okay, there's nothing he's going to do that's going to hurt me that bad. He's going to try getting in something. I'm faster than him. He's going to get something in. It was a Sucker Punch. And Yanmega's beefy, dude. 86 base defense, and I already have a massive HP with no investment. Yeah, he's going to live that hit. Air Slash with a KO. Good battle, Souske. Loved every second of it.